You're such an asshole.
I love San Francisco. Whoa, very unprofessional, Cappy. Very unprofessional. I love San Francisco because it shows you it's the real time most advanced study we have on trying municipal communism. And so I love it from a sociological perspective. Like, okay, what happens when you implement just policies that have no anchoring in almost the laws of physics? Like, hey, food doesn't grow itself. You know, just the politics of ignorance and stupidity. And see, like, okay, let's see how this one goes. This stuff. Let's try communism in 2023 on a small scale. But then I also love the psychological component of San Francisco because you have these true believers. You have these people who are I'm just worthless people. They do nothing. They offer nothing of value. And I'm not even necessarily talking about the politicians, though certainly that would be the epitomal example of what I'm talking about. Like, you guys actually believe this. You're making the policies. But also the people of San Francisco, which not wholeheartedly, I mean, obviously there must have been one or two Republican voters in there, but just to see an entire community so far up their own, wet diarrhea asses because you're all on some kind of drugs, it's just fascinating to see it happen. What is it? Population of a million? What's the population of San Francisco? Not even the Bay. I'm not talking the area. I'm talking like city limits. And I'm just fascinated and appalled. Like, you're going to do that not only to your fellow citizens, but you're going to do it to yourselves because you just don't want to work. And to a psychopathic level, you are so committed to socialism and having work because your ego is invested in it because you got literally nothing else. You're just a bunch of street shitters. I just am amazed. Like, you'll ruin your own damn lives. You will. And so this is going to fall on deaf ears for anyone in San Francisco, whether you're a politician or a citizen. But I just wanted to point out to any Democrats that might have their heads out of their ass a little bit. And I'm no big pro-Republican guy either. That's because it says Democrats and non-Democrats in the title. Because this isn't a Republican-Democrat thing. This is a specific criticism to the Democrat Party. This is from The Blaze. San Francisco votes to repeal boycott of conservative states after damning report proved it did nothing but hurt the city. San Francisco leaders voted on Tuesday to end its... Oh, by the way, this is an original request. Someone requested multiple originals, so this is one of them. San Francisco leaders voted on Tuesday to end its boycott of nearly 30 conservative-leaning states. Why did they boycott? In October 2016, the San Francisco Board of Supervisors approved the local ordinance prohibiting city employees from traveling to or doing business with 30 states that had passed, in its view, restrictions on LGBT rights. How about respecting their right to have that right? Anyway, the ordinance was later amended to include states in the board's view that, in the board's view, had restricted voting rights or limited abortion access. What is happening now? Just 1 month after amending the ordinance, the San Francisco Board of Supervisors voted 7-4 to repeal it completely. The San Francisco Chronicle reported the reason for the repeal is simple. Not only did the law not help San Francisco spread its progressive values, but it was costing the city and its taxpayers a lot of extra cash. In fact, the report from the city administrator, Carmen Chu, found no concrete evidence the boycott was ever effective. The report also outlined how the boycott was an administrative burden for the city and had unintended consequences for the city residents, was too expensive, was actively damaging the city's bottom line. The report explained, while it is difficult to quantify the exact cost of the boycott to the city, the budget and legislator analyst notes that a loss in competition is likely to increase the city's contracting costs by 10 to 20 annually. The contracting building, I presume. You mean you need all those real workers in the red states with their pickup trucks to go and build your little buildings there? I thought with your social science degrees you could all figure it out. Oh, but you'd have to hire people from Nevada. Oh, we can't have that. These costs could continue to increase and compound over time as the city's potential contractor pool shrinks if the list of banned states grows. It's not achieving the goal we want to achieve, Supervisor Raphael Mandelman said. It's making our government less efficient. We haven't changed a single law. We have made competitive building less competitive, agreed Supervisor Matt Dorsey. I think San Franciscans would be angry if they knew the amount of hoops they have to be jumped through and added cost to city contracting. Mayor London Breed, Democrat, is expected to approve the appeal after the board holds a second and final vote on the repeal measure next week. So, all right. So this is one fascinating little insight into the world of, as Michael Savage likes to say, San Francisco. But it's just, and I've said this long ago in my blog, but I think it bears need repeating on the YouTubes here. And it's something for everyone, regardless of your political alignment, to look at. The nature of Democrats is parasitism. The Democrats, up to hurt you in the groin there, Democrats, you need Republicans to survive. Not specifically Republicans, just non-Democrats. You need libertarians, Republicans, or working Democrats, which I would say today are not real Democrats, because your entire platform is one of parasitism. You are the parasite and everyone else is the host, because all you advocate is taking other people's money to pay for your shit. That's it. Now, more modernly, there's some social and a rights aspect to it where trans rights, gay rights, children's rights, rights. And me being a libertarian, I'm a little bit more inclined to agree, as long as you don't take it to psychopathic levels where it's like your only value and everyone must pledge fealty and you give preferential treatment and all that, which is inevitably where the Democrat Party is going. That's how that's like, well, we're not a straight white male Christian. I think is that the main ones? So we deserve money, which is just another tax. That's all that is. But if you take the time to be intellectually honest, for those of you at the board of San Francisco, or those who are in San Francisco, or any Democrat in general, San Francisco's, you guys don't produce anything. You got Silicon Valley and that's it. And generally speaking, non-Democrats are the ones who are the producers in this society. And if you're going to boycott the producers, and it's not a shock that it immediately, they're not, people aren't moving to California, they're moving out. The construction booms are outside of that. So here you have all these people, and contract labor tends to be a little bit more migratory, go to where the building boom is. And people are moving to red states. People are moving to where the economy is free, where they have free rights, where the taxes are lower. And you think you're also mighty and powerful and noble and all that. We're not going to conduct business with red states. Well, I don't know where you're going to get everything that's pretty damn important, most notably and obviously contractors. I can't imagine. I should talk to Thor, Red Pill Thor. I should talk to him because he is a lineman in California. I got to imagine your electric grid has got to be shot. You guys are so hosed on infrastructure that was installed, 60, 70 years ago? I mean, that's the state of California, not San Francisco specifically. But all it is, ultimately, at the end of the day, I don't care how long the bills that they submit are. I don't care how many books the social science professors wrote. I don't care how long your studies are, how many pages they are. In the end, this is how simple and sad the Democrat Party is. Nearly everything on the Democrat Party's platform everything they say can be boiled down to, we don't want to work and we want other people's money. And you don't understand the dynamic. You are not self-sustaining. You need, sadly, Republicans and others to survive. You can't, if you wanted the brighter than all bright is the sun example, is all these Democrat voting girls with their degrees in the liberal arts or whatever else who want a student loan bailout, but then stupidly and falsely claim to be strong, independent women. And just, I don't know if you're aware, some of you are, you don't care, it's a money grab. Like Hillary Clinton, Robert Reich, what's his other name, Paul Krugman, Nancy Pelosi, they're all acutely aware of what it is. They're just, they're stealing other people's money to go pay for votes and bribe people to vote for them. That's what it is. But for those of you who I think are kind of the true believers, you do understand you are not sustainable. You could not live on your own. You need other people to sacrifice part of their lives. You need to enslave other people to pay the taxes so that you can basically, I mean, it's like I don't know what it's like. It's like some trophy wife taking her husband's money to buy all the kids in the neighborhood stuff so she's popular. But you're a bitch. You're a parasite. You're a thief. And that's all you are. You're not glorious. You're not heroic. You're just thieves. And not even brave. Thieves got to actually go and rob you. There's a risk you might fight back. You guys are leeches. You are genuine parasites. And your ideology does not work. And you have done the complete opposite of what you've claimed to do and wanting to help people. Like, you don't help the poor, you just make more poor. Like, you should be dragged into the Human Rights Commission on the charges of what you have done to the Black community. Like the what has empirically happened to Black Americans at the hands of Democrats. Oh, you guys are despicable, vile, evil people. Oh, but it sounds nice, so okay. We're all okay. Here, vote for us again. Nah, don't worry. And that next generation, not your generation. No. I know we're up to 8 generations of Black people who have been living in squalor and misery and strife and crime. But we just need a little bit more money, and then the next generation, it's going to be good. Yeah. No, you don't need fathers. No. Men are pigs anyway. You just need the state. So I just want to point that out, that Democrats in their nature are parasitic. You need Republicans. I know that's really going to get the ideologues. You need other people. You need work, but you do need the Republicans could probably be off on their own. Not to say there aren't Republicans who don't collect welfare. Not to say there aren't parasites. You see them all over the place. But generally speaking, the Republican economy, quote unquote, it would do just fine without you. They would excel without you. You need the Republic. You need the working people. You need these people that actually produce the goods and the services, not just a bunch of, what do you got? Silicon Valley and a bunch of assholes. That's what you got over in San Francisco. Bunch of Marxists. Berkeley. Okay, you got some university that says more of other people's money, please. Well, there's a fine establishment. I don't know. Is there any other industry in San Francisco? You probably scared it all away. All right, there we go. Any super chats? We got one. Drew, $2. LA just voted more tenant protections for rentals. Okay, right. More free shit, right? That person doesn't own that property. Did LA confiscate it? Like, they just took someone's building. I think probably through eminent domain, but they just wanted and they took it. It was on valuetainment. I don't, and again, you're going to bitch and whine and complain about there not being enough housing in LA, right? Well, you just remove the number one thing that would give an incentive for people to build more housing, and that is they could make a profit off of it. But okay, the true believers, your shit streeting cousins to the south of San Francisco going to have the same policies. That's all right. All right. Link below is 2 books. Enjoy the Decline, Accepting Living with the Death of the United States. Those of you in San Francisco might enjoy that. And then the other one is Sanity is the Future of Wealth. If you're agitated that the Democrats, all they want is more money and they act like there's some heroic people when they're just thieves, go get Sanity is the Future of Wealth. Look at that. And you're going to find out whether, if you want revenge, read that book. It's a short piece, just an essay. It shows you why they're miserable. And they will not win. The Democrats will not win. They might get elected, they might get a lot of money, but they're not going to win. Link below. See you guys later, Toodles.